Hello and welcome to Cad Resource. This is the start of our journey of learning SolidWorks from the level of absolute beginners up to the level of industry professionals. SolidWorks is an industry-leading software in the field of 3D modeling. It uses simple tools and techniques that help us in creating 3D models, assembly and drawings. We're going to start our lecture by first starting SolidWorks 2022. You can easily do that by double-clicking the SolidWorks 2022 icon. A pop-up will appear and load your add-ons for SolidWorks. This is SolidWorks Premium 2022. After loading, we are welcomed with the welcome screen. The welcome screen has information that guide us in 3 different scenarios. The first being that allows us to start a modeling interface based on whether we intend to start a part, an assembly, or a detailed drawing from a part of assembly or from scratch. Secondly, it shows us all the recent documents that we have been working on. Below these, there is a recent folders tab that helps us explore the files that we have saved. And on the right over here, there is a resource center that contains My SolidWorks, support and portals. You can also find the recent menu, learn and alerts for SolidWorks. In the recent menu, you can browse all your recently made components. In the learn menu, you can find some tutorials and guides. So, moving on, let's go to the SolidWorks default window. Now close that. Welcome screen again. Click on part. Give it some time to load. This is default SolidWorks part modeling interface. Yours might differ from mine because SolidWorks is a completely customizable software where you can customize your interfaces based on your preferences. Now, first of all, we will look at the top bar of SolidWorks. It contains simple file, edit, view and insert tabs that are similar in most of industrial softwares. Moving on, we can find the home button that we just discussed and the new button, open, save and print options that will be used later on. If you want to collapse the Toolbar tab, you can do that by clicking on this pin icon. You can see that the file, insert and view bar menus have collapsed. If you want to bring them back, you can just click here on this arrow and they are back. I like to keep them turned on so that it is easier for me to access them. Below this toolbar is a section that is known as the ribbon. The ribbon contains all the tools that will be used to define different features and geometries. The tool ribbon is dependent on the tabs that are directly below it. If you click on features, it will give you tools related to extrude and revolve. Similarly, if you click on sketch, the whole ribbon changes and now the tools that are present are related to sketching options. If you want to add or remove any of these tabs, you can simply do that by right clicking, going to tabs and clicking on the tabs that you want removed. I'll add the weldments tab and you can see it has added here. Further, you can also add different tools that you might need, but we are not going to do that right now because they will come later in our training. Below the ribbon is the feature tree on the left side. The feature tree is like a inventory where SolidWorks records every action and geometric feature that we have created so far. Now, in order to start a sketch or a 3D part, you need to start building somewhere. In order to do that, SolidWorks provides us with three basic planes: the front, the top, and the right plane. Any of these planes can be chosen to start a sketch. Now, moving on to the right side, we can see Resource tab over here. Resource tab provides us with SolidWorks tools such as Property Tab Builder, SolidWorks RX, SolidWorks Benchmark Test, and 3D Experience Marketplace. Below that, we have a Design Library. Design Library contains standard designs of fasteners and other forming tools and motion applications that can be simply dragged, imported, and used in your design without you having to make them from the scratch. For example, if we go in parts, in hardware, we have these quarter pin, flange bolts, and gears that can be incorporated in your 3D design. Below design, we have the file explorer, view palette, and color appearances, etc. Now, in today's lecture, so far, we have learned that the SolidWorks 3D environment contains of three basic sections. The first is the toolbar and the ribbon. The second on the left is the feature tree, and the third on the right are the resources. Now, if you want to change the units in which you are working, you can simply do that by selecting the default options SolidWorks has provided us in the bottom. We can either choose meter kilograms, centimeter grams, millimeter grams, or inch pound and second. If these default options are not related to your application, you can simply edit them and according to your needs. Click on Edit Document Units. This menu will pop up and you can edit your units and make customizable selection tabs that can be loaded every time you start up your SolidWorks. In next tutorial, we will work on making a 3D part from a single simple sketch. I hope to make my tutorials clear, concise, and easy to follow so that you can learn easily. I will see you again in the next video. Take care.